Welcome back to my channel. My name is India Sampson and we're gonna dive straight into some volleyball, so let's get into it. And I'm telling y'all, there is so much to cover. First things first, Nebraska still holds the #1 spot while Texas is holding #2. And a big shakeup has been that TCU has climbed their way to the top 10, sitting at #9. And let me tell y'all, TCU is definitely a team to watch. They seem super resilient, so I would keep an eye out for them, especially as conference play heats up. Speaking of TCU though, the Horned Frogs absolutely showed out at the Rice Invitational, going a perfect 3-0 with balanced offense and huge performances from players like Samara Coleman and Evan Hendricks. Now over in Missouri, Mizzou also had a strong weekend, going 3-0 at the Leatherneck Invitational. They served up 36 aces as a team and only dropped one set all weekend. I would say that's a really great performance. Only one set, like, in the whole weekend? Wow, 3-0, like, so good. And that is super impressive, especially going into SEC play. Okay, now let's talk about some upsets and surprises that happened this past week. So Wisconsin actually dropped in the rankings despite sweeping Milwaukee and #21 Georgia Tech. Meanwhile, Texas dominated Baylor in a sweep, holding the Bears to one of their lowest hitting percentages all season, while their own freshmen showed that they are ready to compete at the highest level. Now let's talk about this Georgia upset. #23 Georgia Tech in 5 sets. Tech actually had more kills, but Georgia stayed consistent and capitalized on errors, taking the W, and that is big in-state bragging rights right there. Okay? Now, looking ahead, non-conference play is about wrapping up for most programs and conference play is about to begin. For example, TCU will close out non-conference this week before they jump into Big 12 play on the 24th, which is currently today if you're watching this video when it comes out. But from here on out, every match carries even more weight, so the competition is going to get serious, okay? So you don't want to miss it. So before we get out of here, let's highlight some players. So Mara Siglish from Utah State was named Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week after dropping 46 kills with great efficiency. Now at Bryan, Caitlin Curran put up 2 double-doubles with a 14-kill, 14 dig match. Now, these are names that you want to keep on your radar, okay? So that's the roundup for this past week in college volleyball, rankings, big sweeps, and a couple major upsets. And next week, we're gonna dive into some conference play, so you don't wanna miss it. Things are gonna get really serious, and that is when stuff gets so much fun. But if you have reached the end of this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you can stay in the loop. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.
Non-con in undefeated fashion is there. Top ranked in the country, receiving 58 of the 61 first place votes. They start with the middle.